our first dance, it was almost canceled literally like 5 minutes before because I just couldn't get the steps down.
Every time I close my eyes, you are right there with me. It's like I can taste the wine, feel the sand on my feet.
Told him to regroup, take a shot.
Take two shots. I took two shots and like it went pretty perfectly. Like 95%, it was perfect.
I feel like this week, it just feels like a dream, honestly.
It feels like a
I don't even think we're in real life right now.
I know.
Right?
We met on the app where the girls got to message first.
Our first date was 8 hours long, and so that kind of set the tone for the rest of the relationship. The engagement was actually at Griffith Observatory. I did it at one of our favorite hiking spots. Kind of wrote a few poems, had her dropped off there. I was basically waiting on bended knee.
I was really surprised. I've never seen him write poetry before or heard his poetry before. Like the poems walked through like, you know, the highs and lows of the previous 2.5 years.
I think I had mentioned to her that I can write poems here and there, but I think I surprised myself. But I did spend a lot of time, like all my drives to work, you know, it's a good 30-minute drive, so I literally was just like thinking about the poems each drive, and then anytime I had one, I would just like pull over, write it down on my notes, and then, you know, keep going. And so I just did that for at least a couple of weeks.
I never had a vision for what kind of outfit I'd want to wear or what kind of vibe I wanted for the wedding. A lot of credit goes to my mom too, because she's a fashion designer, so she was aware of every fabric and every designer and every style and every way to drape, and she had very strong visions and ideas of what the outfits how they would work. I think we actually started the process when we went to India and we just tried on outfits and I just kind of felt how I liked the fabric and how it flowed. For me, comfort is the most important thing. I wanted something I could really dance in all night and not worry. I wanted something very comfortable but very colorful. We did our wedding shopping in Delhi. My mom is from Delhi, so we made that our home base. It was nice to see our family. He got to meet my grandpa, which was really important to me.
And I hadn't been in 20 years to India, and you haven't been in
12 years.
In 12 years, yeah. So it was kind of a homecoming for us as well. I went to Bombay after and got to see my side of the family.
Having that experience doing the wedding shopping together with our moms is something I'll never forget. So once we found the outfits for the 3 main events, we built the themes actually around the outfits. The Sangeet outfit was very bright, so we, reflected that in our Tulum, Miami Sangeet. The bridal outfit had flowers on it, so it was much more of like a garden vibe. And then the reception lehenga was kind of smoky and had different fabric. It looked kind of smoky, so we wanted like a smoke and mirrors type of theme for our reception. I have never met people more detail-oriented than our wedding planners. Jane and Lena from Moana Bell, they were incredible.
Yeah.
Details I didn't even know you had to think about, they were absolutely amazing. Jane and Lena could read our minds, because we would simply say, we want something ethereal, and they literally brought heaven to earth. That's how it felt. Ojai Valley Inn is something that I think my parents found just by searching on the web. Almost every place that we went to, it didn't have the vibes that we were looking for. Everybody just fell in love with how beautiful and serene. Our wedding was pretty traditional. All the events were in keeping with pretty standard Indian tradition. We started off with like a prayer ceremony that we had individually. Like I had my own and he had his own. And then we did a joint haldi, usually typically only for the bride, because it's supposed to be like a beautifying ritual, and typically the bride does it with her family. I think over the years it evolved where the groom also started doing a haldi, but it was also him with his family.
Doing it at your parents' place was also, it was like a really intimate setting. A lot of close family was there. It was a great way to get wedding week started.
So we had like a very informal mehndi event. It was just the day that I was getting my henna, and some of my mom and her friends were gonna, just basically they entertained the bride because it's very boring to sit there. Neha Asar did my mehndi, and oh my gosh, she was incredible. I also found her on Instagram, and the reason I wanted her to do my mehndi is because she does really beautiful portraits of people's pets. And I had lost my dog about 1.5 years before we got married, and I really wanted to honor my dog in some way. So Neha did a beautiful, very realistic portrait of my dog Simba for my mehndi. When I was sitting there getting my mehndi done, typically the women try and entertain you, and so there was a lot of singing and dancing, but we didn't have any speakers. They were banging on like, what was it, like a cutting board with spoons, and that was enough to create like a beat for everyone to dance.
चेहरा छुपा के रखना.
So the Sangeet is, it literally translates to a musical night. So typically there are family and friends that perform. And so we had a lot of family and friends who were really excited to perform, and they did such an amazing job. We were so grateful for all of our friends and family who put so much effort into preparing for the dances, and they were like, some dances were almost like 5-6 minutes long.
Oh yeah, there was some that were 7 to 8. Like medleys, like 4 or 5 different songs, and like people who they weren't even living in the same area. I mean, these are people that are living across the nation from each other, and they traveled, and they were watching on Zoom and learning via Zoom, and somehow it was just like
sending choreography on WhatsApp. So the Sangeet outfit we got from a designer named Debyani. I actually found her work on Instagram, and I just absolutely loved the colors that she used in her outfits. I remember showing you a couple too, and we were just like, this is something very unique. She's absolutely incredible.
And we also had a performing group as well.
Karmography. It was like a flash mob. They just entered with a ton of energy, and the Indian drum called a dhol, really loud. Really so it brings a lot of energy and gets the party started. The wedding lehenga was from Manish Malhotra, who tends to do very, very beautiful work, but it's a little blingier than what I go for typically. But the one lehenga that I found in his showroom in Delhi, I put it on and I was like, this is it.
Oh my God!
One of the main parts and most emotional and beautiful parts of a wedding for me is when you take the vows and you're circling with fire 7 times. But what was really beautiful is that we took that concept and we kind of each vow, it wasn't a traditional vow, it was something that we made our own. So that was very, very special. Instead of having a priest, we had my cousin actually perform. He got ordained and he performed the religious rites. This was my dad's idea, and I think it was one of the most brilliant ideas that he had. And it was just that much more emotional and that much more special to have him on the wedding mandap with us.
We kept it a little, like, kind of short and sweet. We've been to weddings in the past, ceremonies that could be like upwards of 2 to 3 hours, even longer sometimes. So we wanted to make sure that people kind of, you know, paid attention. I mean, it was just, it was like 45, 50 minutes, and I think, you know, having been to also that kind of wedding, I was like, yeah, I was like attentive the whole time and kind of enjoyed the process.
One of my favorite parts about wedding day was actually after the ceremony, we played these traditional games that my mom really, really wanted us to have. And so we had, I think, 3 games. One where we had to put our rings in a bowl of coconut milk and we had to race and find each other's ring first. I think he won that one. Had another game where we had like a religious bracelet that was tied actually at the day of the haldi, and you're only supposed to take it off after the wedding ceremony. And we're supposed to race and see who can untie that bracelet faster. So that was the second game. And then the third, not a game, but that's when he recited that poem to kind of take me away.
Your daughter Nalini will continue to be in safe hands. And though her path is new, remember, dear parents, love's legacy is you. For the love you've bestowed, so pure and true, now shines through her in everything she'll do.
Very nice.
That's really good. What a god.
Very nice.
Good job.
Okay, good job.
Me, I don't know, I've just had a thing with kind of exotic cars, and I think a long time ago when I was little, I knew, you know, when I saw a Lamborghini or Ferrari, I'm like, you know, one day when I get married, I just want to like kind of pull up in one of those cars. So it was kind of just like a dream of mine, and I figured, you know, let's just rent one for like 2-3 hours. That's all we need. I liked that the color was an off-white color, so I think it matched kind of the theme of the wedding and my outfit. We enjoyed going on a spin.
A groundbreaking 50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour, yeah.
That's
Unfortunately, in that area, I would love to take it to 100, but in that area, you can only go so fast. So.
I think one of the biggest surprises and most exciting parts of the wedding was a drone show that we had during our wedding dinner. Instead of fireworks, we opted for drones just to be a little bit more eco-friendly. The drone show was basically telling our story. The drones created shapes. They had like a story of how we met and what we like to do.
Yeah.
It was really special and really beautiful, and that was all my mom.
And then she also had like a coming soon sign.
Oh my gosh.
Which, you know, I knew what, you know, thing was coming after that.
I don't know if she really meant to pull a prank, but it kind of felt like a funny prank because everybody, you know, was like, oh my gosh, is there gonna be a baby soon? And I was mortified, but really it was just a symbol of a dog because we are gonna be getting a dog very soon. The reception lehenga was from Sabyasachi. I think a lot of Indian brides, I'm sure you know of the brand or the designer as well.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, the one designer that we all wish and dream and hope to wear for one of the events. I was really honored and excited to wear one of his designs for the reception. We had Dolly Jane come from India to help pin the outfits, and she made it so that I could dance all night long and my outfit wouldn't budge, and it was so comfortable. It was pinned in ways that could make the outfit look more traditional or more modern depending on what vibe we were going for. I had no idea that there were so many different ways to pin or drape, but I learned a lot from her, and it was really great getting to know her too. I think the highlight of the wedding is being able to reflect on all the memories, and what better way to do that? You have to have a videographer. Definitely, I think the highlight for me personally was when Ballerina Films did the short recap of the wedding weekend,
Oh, yeah,
and when
right.
they presented
Same
that at
day.
the reception. I think I started crying because it was
Yeah.
so emotional to see all of that recapped while you're still there.
Even like kind of our guests have fun, like we
Yeah,
weren't even
yeah.
there, and seeing their interaction, and there were a lot of
Mm-hmm.
groups and friends that got together and that became friends because of that wedding, and just to be able to see that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in video was just, you know, there were a lot of tears shed during that video, that's for sure.
Okay. She is my baby. Just one and I really wanted her to have the best. She is the most adorable, huggable, buggable baby.